Good day, everyone. I'm meteorologist Adam Kolpak. At this time on our satellite and radar loop, we basically are dealing with mainly fair conditions. There are some cumulus clouds developing over central and northern parts of Lake County. These clouds will be diminishing, but we will see some more fog and low clouds redevelop along the coast. On the wider shot here, out in the Pacific, storminess will stay to our northwest. We're going to have some heat building in from the south and southeast as high pressure starts to move into the Four Corners area, upper level high. That means hot temperatures coming up, just building into the weekend and potentially into next week with highs in the 90s and 100s for the Rogue Valley. All right, here's just some common sense. We're just going to talk about this. With those temperatures in the 90s and 100s across the Rogue Valley into this weekend and lows in the 50s and 60s, please stay hydrated and use your sunscreen. Take plenty of breaks. Wearing light-colored clothing would be a good idea. Wearing a hat, also sunglasses, all just common sense here when you're dealing with the heat. Never leave pets or children in a closed vehicle, and please check on the sick and elderly as well. Here's our forecast for the coast. Obviously much cooler with low temperatures from the upper 40s through the 50s and highs generally upper 50s through the 60s. Some areas may make it into the 70s potentially even on Friday by the afternoon, starting out with some low clouds and fog, but more sunshine developing during the day. Moving inland, low temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s under mainly fair conditions tonight. For tomorrow, sunny and hot. For your Friday, we'll have high temperatures, well, generally in the 80s and 90s. The record high in Medford for Friday is 108, set back in 2009. We have 58 and 92 for you, Ashland. East of the Cascades, mainly clear tonight. We're going to have sunny conditions for tomorrow and temperatures in the 40s and 50s to start out. Highs generally in the 80s and possibly 90s up towards Alturas for Crater Lake, 52, 69, 44, 89, Christmas Valley. Here's your 7-day forecast. If you are heading to the Country Crossings Music Festival in Central Point, just remember, again, this is July, this is typical heat. Please stay hydrated, stay cool with temperatures in the 90s and 100s. Potentially, we could be dealing with low 100s next week with plenty of sunshine. Lows will be in the upper 50s through the 60s. And for the Klamath Basin, we have temperatures in the 80s, potentially into the 90s throughout the weekend into next week. Low temperatures in the 40s and 50s. And for Mount Shasta City, I have temperatures in the 90s, maybe flirting with 100 towards the weekend into early next week. Lows will be in the upper 40s through the 50s. For the coast, there will be some areas of fog and low clouds, especially at night and during the morning hours. Your highs will be in the upper 50s through the 60s. Some areas may make it into the 70s, and lows will be in the upper 40s through the 50s.